Welcome back. A shout out again to my sponsors, Gino Tomato Mix, Gino Jollof Mix, Gino Onion and Pepper Mix. Gino truly cares. And of course, my supporters, my makeup team, SO Aesthetics. Before you meet my guest, here's a sneak preview into who she is.
Meet Dr. Violet Makuku, a leading international expert in quality assurance in higher education, with decades of experience across Africa and beyond. She is the director of the Global Quality Assurance Association and formerly served as the African Union's project manager for the Harmonization of African Higher Education Quality Assurance and Accreditation, known as the HAQAA initiative. With a PhD in quality assurance from UNISA and a strong academic background in curriculum studies and geography, Dr. Makuku's career began in the lecture halls of Zimbabwe, where she taught for over 12 years and became the first director of quality assurance at Bindora University of Science Education. Today, she consults widely across the continent, from Namibia to Eswatini, Egypt to South Africa, supporting universities and educational councils in program reviews, institutional evaluations, and academic reform. She also works closely with leading education bodies, such as the South African Council on Higher Education and the African Union's Qualifications Framework. Dr. Makuku is a respected board member, academic reviewer, and facilitator of international capacity building workshops on quality assurance, grant writing, academic research, and youth empowerment. Passionate about Africa's educational transformation and economic liberation, she is also deeply committed to philanthropy, especially improving the quality of basic education in Ghana. Dr. Violet Makuku's work continues to shape the future of higher education across Africa, one institution at a time.
And now here she is, Dr. Violet Makuku. Oh, welcome to the show. Have a seat. So yes, how would you like me to refer to you? Dr. Violet, Dr. Makuku, what would you like?
Dr. Makuku is okay.
Dr. Makuku is fine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming in to share your story with us.
Thank you too.
Now, tell me a little bit about growing up. You grew up in Zimbabwe?
Yes.
In Zimbabwe. What was Zimbabwe like during the time that you were born?
Oh, Zimbabwe was good and beautiful. At that time, I remember when I was now conscious of the environment and understanding a bit about life, we were in a resort town of Kariba, one of the tourist attractions in Southern Africa, and it was really good.
It was very good.
Yes.
I can see Zimbabwe they've always had this love relationship with Ghana. I know from the days of our president who had a Ghanaian wife, you know. Is that what brought you to Ghana, or what brought you to Ghana?
So I came to Ghana as a diplomat for an African Union brainchild project entitled the Harmonization of African Higher Education Quality Assurance and Accreditation.
That is HAQAA.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, we normally just called it HAQA Initiative.
HAQA, the HAQA Initiative.
Initiative.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what brought you to Ghana.
Yes.
And then you stayed.
I stayed. I'm now 10 years here, and it's warm.
You love being here.
I love Ghanaians for just being helpful. That's the number one I can't take away from them. Yes.
Ghanaians are truly warm people. We are very hospitable.
That's true.
Very, very hospitable.
I think when I look at the other places where I've been to, I normally tell people by countries, by capital cities, how you would feel when you are there. And when you compare to how you feel when you are in Ghana,
it's totally different.
There's a sense of security a sense of homeness, peace. So it's 10 years now. I never missed home to say I miss home.
Wow, interesting.
Yes.
And so you must have done a lot of travel within the continent.
Not only within the continent, but globally.
Have you counted how many countries you visited?
There are more than 20.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, because at one time with the project, we were also working with the German Academic Exchange Services. We worked with the University of Barcelona in Spain. Definitely, I went to Brussels several times because the project was also funded by European Union Commission.
Now, what inspired your path into quality assurance?
It's my parents. I remember my father was a very smart guy. My mother was in the medical fraternity. Okay. And you know, in nursing, things like precision, speed, consistency, cleanliness, hard work, all those things, perseverance, to make sure a patient will make it by all means. And every day, she translated those values to us.
The home.
So naturally, as I grew up, she would tell you, Violet, if you move like this, a patient will die. So she wanted you to be energetic and to move fast, but efficient and accurate.
So those are the things that have shaped your institutional excellence, I believe.
Yes, I think so. I give it a lot to my parents.
But you were an academician before. How did you translate from being that to becoming an international consultant?
So I think even when I was still an academician, because I was a lecturer for more than 12 years, in that university, I later became the director of quality assurance, the very first one for that university, and also the second in the whole country. The concept was just coming in. Okay. And so from there now, this advert came, which was talking about harmonization of African higher education. The person would need to be based in Ghana, blah, blah. And then people told me, no, this one is not for you. You know, the deadline was also
very, very, very short.
Like they all wanted West Africans to. But I said, I'll go for it. I qualify. Wonderful. Initially, it was just testing my value. But later on, I started liking it and say, if it comes, I will take it. But earlier than that, I was already employed part-time by UNISA, University of South Africa, and many other small agencies to go around the SADC region, sometimes around the African continent, doing some work. So I would take leave and go to do some work.
Wow. Now, what personal values do you think have guided your leadership journey?
Integrity, truthfulness, honesty, hard work, discipline, consistency, determination, confidence, and lifelong learning. You should have this passion to continuously learn and acquire the pockets of knowledge and skills which you do not have. That is very critical.
Now, you talk about harmonization of education. Now, I want you to explain a little for somebody. I don't know what it means, and I want to hear from you exactly. I'm sure there are others viewers who don't exactly understand what the concept of harmonization of education is.
Thank you very
And why
much.
do you think it is crucial? Second question is, why do you think it's also crucial for the Africa of now?
Thank you very much. So the harmonization talks about standards and guidelines. Particularly, I was focusing on academic institutions, the universities. How can we reduce this gap of rejection? Because, for example, in Ghana, somebody may undertake their first degree in UCC, University of Cape Coast, but when they go to KNUST or UG, they say, we cannot take you for a master's because our standards are higher. We will take you like 6 months to do some backup, and then you embark on the program. Meaning that even within the same country, even within state institutions, some feel that they are better than others, which is a fact. But through this harmonization, by 2018, we started in 2016. By 2018, we had what we call the African Standards and Guidelines, which would be appropriated and spread across the continent in terms of online teaching and learning, in terms of promotion, because in some cases, professors are derobed. They are awarded professorship here. When they go there, here they want 34 publications. As you go there, they want 53 publications. And so we say, let's have these things being harmonized and say,
that's the word.
If a professor in Africa should have 34 publications, then let it be recognized across all academic institutions.
Okay.
For agriculture, which journals are we recognizing? For medicine, which journals are we also recognizing? So that nobody will question to say we also don't accept this journal.
That's interesting. What's the biggest hurdles working with different countries, institutions, and policies across the African region that you faced?
I can say the number one is culture. That's why you see me so passionate about one and only culture, which is the quality culture.
Now, how did your work with the AU's hacker shape the educational reform?
Yes, so you see this issue of harmonization, we spread the African Standards and Guidelines throughout the continent. But one of the most important things that I was passionate about is even as we were developing the standards and guidelines, we took all that was prevailing in the different nations and we put it together and blended it. And then the other thing, we trained people on what is quality in higher and tertiary education. What is quality assurance? Why do we do it? How should we do it? What are the benefits, the expected outcomes and impact? Because part of the resistance is also lack of understanding. So the education and awareness also helped us to push through the quality culture within the academic institutions.
You are sitting here as an ambassador for quality assurance.
Tell me,
yes. So tell me, for somebody who is listening, who does not even understand the whole phrase quality assurance.
Yes.
Tell me, or tell us exactly what it is.
So in terms of quality assurance, it's like in one language we are saying a stitch on time saves nine. So there's an element of savvy, because even then, when you have 9 stitches, you put a lot of it, like if it damage control. So you are curbing problems and you are nipping in the bud. And you are sniffing all the time. That's why at the center of quality assurance is research. It could be situational analysis, it could be verification, it could be needs assessment, all those things. It could be action research at the workplace. What are the key challenges? What is causing those challenges? How can we resolve them? And so those are the things. And we also have policies inside there. We need a certain caliber of personnel, people who are creative, innovative, with ICT skills, because we need to develop some tools that can be helped to use to work smart.
Now, I mean, how have you navigated being a woman in a very policy-heavy international space?
My dear, it's not easy. It is never easy, because even when you look at a continental level, you work with all the countries. And one thing I've learned is male domination is still there. But if you look at it, the way I'm bold about gender balance, about not discriminating according to age, not discriminating according to you come from the north, I come from the south. I fight all those things every day of my life, even during that time. So sometimes we want to do an institutional assessment. We are choosing a team, and you find some people are pushing males. I say, but look, we only have one woman here. Sometimes I'm the only woman. I'm the only woman at the table, but I'm busy fighting for other women. Meetings, because of that, some meetings would go, for example, from 4 p.m. to midnight. I
intentionally.
Remember, because I will be refusing to sign, because it's my signature which matters as approval at that time. And because I know it's my signature, you need to accept at least 2-3 more women before we move. And in terms of events, I remember sometimes even when I came here for an event, and when we're having international webinars, international panel discussions, the first thing I look at, how many women are there? And even now, if I get a contact for any event, no matter where it is, I call. Why is it that there are no women? Because some of the events, it's all men, 4, 5, 7 men with no woman. And then this is me.
Is it still a man's world?
It is very much so. But for me to what I've done, like if it was a panel discussion here at the TV station, like at one occasion, I would say, I saw your flyer. All are men, I'll join you. And I'm lucky that in most cases, because of the passion and maybe the emotion, they read it that it's pain coming from deep down my heart. So they say, so Dr. Makuku, no, you will represent women, come. But me, most of the time, I don't need to prepare for, because my things, most of them, because of experience, they are on the fingertips. And so immediately I join. When I join, they say, Dr. Makuku, we could have missed a lot from the side of women. So I still feel we really need to amplify women, try and advocate for women representation.
How can we do it?
Oh, I think education and awareness is one. Number 2, real voicing, like what I'm telling you, it made a great impact and change. People now knew that if it was an event or activity which involved whichever activity I was involved in, women would be there, and some up to now, it has now remained consistent. And sometimes when I have events also, when I particularly organize, I'm making sure and making a bold statement, not only a statement, but a bold statement about balancing by gender, by age. Because some people say, these people are too young, we can't have them. But we still need their contribution. They do have something
to contribute.
They do. That's why when I go even to work in institutions, on the program, there's nothing about students. It's capacity building for staff. And I request the vice chancellors, the principals of colleges of education to say, can I have some time with the students? Even if I'm charging for that one, I don't charge. But when I meet the students, I feel this satisfaction.
How do you remain grounded whilst juggling all these roles that you play?
I don't know. People normally tell me that I've got a lot of energy. But
it's evident.
Very, people call me passion. In a short while, when I engage or start an engagement and activity with, they just tell me the passion. I'm very intentional and deliberate about everything I do. At the center of whatever I do is planning I plan because of this quality assurance too. I live it, I walk it, I eat it. There's what we call the Edward Deming cycle, which talks about planning, action, which is implementation, and then monitoring and evaluation, and then act again in order to make changes. I always have that in my mind. So I plan a lot. I always tell people, if you want to engage me, tell me a month or two before.
Because you have to prepare.
Because I have to prepare, and I have to see the slot. My calendar fills very quickly. By mid-year, my year is just full.
Oh, then we're lucky to have you sitting with us today.
Yes.
Truly.
Because sometimes beginning of year, when we start January, I know my calendar is full maybe up to April, May. Previous year. Right now, I have engagements for April, August 2026, God willing. People just think God will keep me to be their guest speaker,
he will.
To be their keynote speaker, or to be their facilitator. I have such already on my calendar.
Can women have it all?
It's difficult. It's difficult, but I think as women, there are certain personality traits we need to adopt. Let me tell you, the issue of confidence. Some women just lose it because they don't value themselves, or they have not taken time to know who they are and their value. For me, if you ask me, I know my value. And sometimes that's why I told you, when it's these high-profile jobs and what have you, sometimes it's not that I want the job, but it also helps me to see my value. And women should know their value to begin with. Women should be firm and strong. Women should be grounded. It's very, very important. But you see, women have got these other traits which naturally put them down before anybody works on them. And somebody brags about, you know what, I'm an introvert and I was born quiet. And I tell people, you can't brag about being an introvert because you need to be highly interactive. As you interact, you get networks. The networks lead you to information, knowledge, and skills. As the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So when you are an introvert, how can you? It's only when you are asleep or when you are alone that you practice that, but otherwise, that's where a lot of women lose it. And there are certain women who think that's dignity, or is, you know what? No, we can do everything in a dignified manner, even when we are extroverts. I know how I need to make sure my deportment is okay. And
comport yourself, yes.
And self-consciousness,
yes.
But also conscious of my environment. I think one of my major strengths is the consciousness of cultural diversity and differences. And also my level of cultural tolerance.
Okay, tolerance.
And so that one, people always tell me, Doc, how do you manage to quickly fit in the way you do in different cultures, different settings?
You're universal. You're universal. What's the word I'm looking for? Citizen.
Thank you.
Yeah, universal citizen. But when you meet young girls, what gives you hope?
What gives me hope is the hope that is in the young girls, the creativity and innovation that is in some girls. I remember in Kenya one time, there's a girl who developed an app to go around to women selling contraceptives, because some women were afraid of going to the counter to say, I want to buy contraceptives. It did more than that. She was offered $5 million for somebody to buy that app. Imagine if somebody wanted to give you $5 million, how much was that person
going to make?
I also want to refer to the Methodist girls, junior high school girls, who won in the United States in robotics here in Ghana. They started here in Ghana. JHS girls, how old are they?
13, 14.
Thank you. Malala Yousafzai, who fought for the girl child education and was shot.
Yes.
Think of Greta Thunberg. We also have our Greta Thunbergs here in Africa. They are doing wonderful things. And so we need to support them. But we need to hunt for them. Where are they? What are they doing? We need to showcase them. We need to illuminate them. And we need to continue encouraging and pushing them. So that they do well. Because the problem now is after winning that award for robotics, if nobody help them now to do the prototypes and to do the actual robot, take it to the harbor and use it to do, we now move to commercialization and industrialization. That's where we suffer
as Africans. But how do you measure success beyond academic scores?
Thank you very much. I like that question. I measure success even before a student graduates. Why is it that people talk about the future? First year, 2 semesters. Second year, 2 semesters. You are learning new knowledge and skills. What are you waiting for? Why do you want to use these things upon graduation? Why do you want to use these things when you now get a job?
Start now.
Start now. What can you do with the knowledge and skills that you learned?
Yes.
When we were in Form 2, we were the first stream to be introduced to agriculture. The school just decided from nowhere that they were going to introduce agriculture. And as Form 2s, we were the first group. Everything in the school changed, even the diet, because we did crop production, carrots, cabbages, tomatoes. We did animal breeding.
Livestock.
Chicken, goats, pigs, cattle. Milk was coming, eggs were coming, meat. The diet drastically changed. We changed the landscape. After that, even then, even now, if you come to my backyard, I have plantain, I have okra. I don't buy, I have our Southern African vegetables.
You are self-sufficient.
In everything. And sometimes I also make sure I provide for those who come from Southern and East Africa because we eat almost the same things. Do you know, February I had planted my corn and harvested. And right now I've planted the second one. When Ghanaians were saying, Doc, your crop will not mature, I've already harvested it. And I'm giving to my elderly people.
And you do this yourself?
Yes, and my auntie and my children.
Oh my goodness.
So I want to tell you that these skills, I did fashion design. I did fashion design again in that same school. When I completed and went for tertiary education, during the semester, I would be measuring people, taking their fabrics, cutting over weekends. Then when it's break time, I went home where I had my machines. When I got married, my mother bought me an overlocker and a machine because she had taught me how to sew. And those are the things which I took to my new family.
So it's not just the academician that we're seeing here, the diplomat that we're seeing here. No. There's a homely Violet, with 4 children, I believe.
Yes.
Are they all boys?
No, a boy, followed by a girl, then a boy, followed by another girl.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
2 boys, 2 girls. And they're all here with you?
Yes.
That's wonderful. What's your most fulfilling role out of all of these things?
There are many fulfilling roles, but the most important one is the way I've been able, once given the opportunity, and also seeking the opportunity to give out my knowledge, skills, experiences to anybody. Right now, I'm even looking for more opportunities to reach out to women, because I see a lot of women issues, which if I share maybe in a church this Sunday, I move to another church this Sunday, I will contribute a lot. But in terms of academic institutions, thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Africa. When I start counting them, some of them we did institutional capacity building, in quality assurance, in research, in resource mobilization, and then in grant writing. And some got grants as big as 3 million.
Wow.
And when you
Well
look
done.
at the academic institution, when I go back, sometimes you go there, the principal or the vice chancellor is telling you, people here refuse to work. People here are not publishing. But 3, 4, 5 months down the line, you hear music in your ears and you see videos. Right now, even as far as this week, we were engaged also by the International Labour Organization in the Ghana TVET service just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, to train on green skills and green jobs. Just 3 days ago, an institution sent me a video to say, Doc, we are greening our campuses. We
That's
took
so
lead.
nice. That's so fun.
So that impact.
Yes.
And the way people tell me that, Doc, is this the research methods which we learned? How come the ability, I thank God for that, to bring things to the layman's language?
Yes.
There's no need to use huge
Jargon.
words, vocabulary.
Yes.
It's not the issue.
Yes.
The issue is imparting knowledge and skills. And my orientation, I'm practically oriented. I want to talk less. Immediately we talk, let's
Do
get
it.
on to action.
And let's do
That's
it.
how.
That's a wonderful thing. But your mind is so beautiful. So I'm not going to let you go until you've asked 5 quick questions in my hot seat up here. So can we go?
Okay, thank you.
Let's move across.
Right.
So it's been really wonderful engaging your mind, you know.
Thank you.
And indeed, what I see is the fiery passion which you have, which I'm sure people have told you. But let's make it a bit lighter now,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So your favorite African city?
Wow! I think it's more than one.
Okay, you can
but
tell us.
On the top list is Namibia.
Okay.
Windhoek.
Okay, yes.
Windhoek in
Yes.
Namibia. It's a clean city.
Very
one
small,
of
though.
the cleanest
In Africa.
In Africa. It's a quiet city. Yeah, the culture there too. The people are also very warm and accommodating. Yeah.
For somebody, I have never been to Southern Africa, so just asking, would you say that the culture within Southern Africa is quite similar, or from country to country it differs?
It's quite similar for one reason.
Okay.
Because what we have is the Southern Africa Development Community, which is 17 SADC countries.
Okay.
But there's a lot of
Overlapping.
intermarriages,
Yes.
and job seeking across borders.
Okay.
And so there's a
You're
lot of
literally
that.
harmonization again of cultures.
But there's a bit of a difference in terms of that thing which I talked about, the way people are adaptive, the way they are outward looking. You see by the level of development
That you
generally
see.
that a few of the countries are still a bit behind.
Okay. A book that shaped your thinking.
It's time to unleash your greatness. This was written by a motivational speaker called Milton Kamwendo,
Yes.
a Zimbabwean. Yes, that book, I can tell you, it says even in the desert, be the best plant within that hostile environment.
Be the best plant.
Yes.
Beautiful. A quote or saying you live by.
Quality starts with you. Quality starts with me. Quality is in our hands, and quality is everybody's business.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Quality starts with me. Quality starts with you. Quality starts
in our
it's in our hands.
And quality is everybody's business.
Oh, wow, interesting. Oh, that's a good one. Coffee or tea before a big presentation, or you're not a hot drinker, more like?
None of the above, but given a choice, I would take tea.
One thing you wish every young person in Africa understood?
That they are able, that they could start their own enterprise at any time with nothing and become prominent, affluent, successful.
So once more, it all begins with you.
Yes.
And it ends with you, literally.
Yes,
Your
it's
capability.
True. Yes.
Your capability.
Capable.
They are capable. It starts with them, and as they rise, they pull people along with them.
Yes.
That's so beautifully said. That's so beautifully said. We're going to go for a commercial break, viewers. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Today's Women Show. I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors once more. Gino Tomato Mix, Gino Jollof Mix, Gino Pepper and Onion Mix, Gino Truly Cares, and for my makeup team, SO Aesthetics. Now, the activity, and you love gardening.
Yes, I do.
You love getting your hands dirty.
Yes.
But then you till the land and you eat of its fruits.
Exactly.
So today you're going to tell us what you want to do with us here.
Okay. I want to show you what I did this week and what we normally do. We have our seedlings for vegetables, which are not very common here in Ghana, and so we grow them. Some for the seedlings that I've brought, we have kale, some call it rape, and I also have mustard. But I see internationally too, there are some people who like those vegetables because they often call me and
mustard
ask,
leaves or mustard
yes,
seeds?
Mustard leaves.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
And kale?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I will show you how we normally do it. So we start by preparing a seed bed, and we put our seeds there to grow.
So we'll take this as your bed. This is your bed, right?
This is my bed.
Okay.
And so I want to wear my gloves. But normally when I'm home...
The other way, I think it's the other way, yeah.
Yes. So when I'm home, I don't normally wear the gloves because I think even the soil itself, it may be therapeutic. Why is it
put your hands in there? I know. There's energy. Apparently, there's energy that comes out of the soil.
Yes. So
that's why they say gardeners live long, you know?
Yes, that's true. So now, if this is my bed where I'm now going to put the final seedlings, which I will have prepared somewhere, water them, grow them to a certain level. Okay. I now come to my actual permanent bed where they are going to grow, and at intervals,
you make holes.
I make holes. But my soil, I only do organic agriculture. What is organic agriculture? So I try to use chicken manure and cow dung. That's all I use. Okay. In terms of pests, I use a neem tree and
as pesticides, ash and neem tree. I can see a centipede burrowing its way there. Well, apparently they're good for them. They aerate the soil.
Yes, it's true.
They aerate the soil instead of killing them.
Yes. So now, when I'm taking the seedling, I take it with some soil. Some soil, and
so you don't disturb the roots.
So I don't disturb the roots, and I put it there. I cover it like this. So this is kale, and then I have another one this is rape or
Mustard.
Yes. So like this, and thereafter is the watering, just like this. But it's better done with a sprinkler.
Okay.
So that
it's just a sprinkle, not yes.
yes. And then when you do this, it's better done later in the day, like when we are getting to the evening, so that throughout the night they will not be exposed to the heat.
Okay.
You know, particularly Ghana,
it's
very hot.
So you just sprinkle as you plant?
Yes.
And then water when the weather is cooler. Is that what it is?
Yes, because that's correct. When you water during the day, the problem is there's a lot of evapotranspiration.
Yes.
And so the water goes to waste.
Yes.
And in the evening, you can water around 5 going.
Yes.
All the night, the water is soaking in and is being used by the crops. I can tell you in the next 2 weeks, if you come, you will see the vegetables. We are already consuming them.
Wonderful. So what do you tend to use mustard leaves for?
So the way you use contemporary, you can use it like that. But in Southern Africa, we have what we call these bones, and we boil them.
Okay.
And then we add the vegetables in there. Whatever you want to mix that relish, it's beautiful.
Amazing.
It's tasty.
I can see you're salivating,
We
and I'm
call
salivating
it
as
high
well.
fields. Thank you.
You call
very
it
much.
what?
High fields.
High fields.
Because there's a place in Zimbabwe called high fields where a lot of people go to eat. In Ghana, I would equate it like what, Filippo or something like that.
Okay, all right then. Anyway, thank you. Learned a lot. I've learned about mustard seeds. I've learned also about quality assurance.
Yes.
Doc, it's been a pleasure having you here. As always, your fiery passion was so palpable. And I'm praying, as always, as I do on every show, that at least one person is inspired for that quest for perfection in what they do. Thank you so much for your time. But you can't go without my gift from my sponsors.
Thank you so
yes.
much. What a surprise.
I mean, you obviously like cooking, don't you?
I do.
Okay. So I have, but this is cooking Ghanaian meals. Huh?
Yes.
So I have for you here a little hamper with everything Gino. So you've got some baked beans, you've even got some spices, you've got some rice, you've got some tomatoes, some mayonnaise.
My goodness!
We've halved your grocery bill this week.
Thank you, Gino, through this program.
Oh, thank you so much.
Too.
Thank you, Doc. It's been a
grateful.
pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for coming. This is all yours.
Thank you,
No. You deserve more than just this, but for coming in here and for your time, we also say, Yadasi.
Thank you too. I know. So when you say Edase, how do I respond?
You see, what do we say now? My producer, please. What do we say?
What do we say?
No.
No.
Yadase. Endase.
Yes.
Endase.
Because
for a moment I went blank, you know.
I know a lot of Nyamishra Medase. God bless you.
Endase. Why Nyamishra. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too.
And take very good care of yourself.
Thank you too.
All right then.
Thank you to Gino.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed Dr. Makuku's story. Now it's time for the world of trendy.
The portfolio is the new CV. How to showcase your skills digitally. In today's world, a paper CV just isn't enough. Today's stylish, ambitious woman builds a portfolio that speaks loudly and clearly, even when she's not in the room. So, how do you showcase your skills in a way that truly stands out? Start with LinkedIn. Keep it updated with not just your job title, but what you actually do and achieve. Use the featured section to display projects, presentations, articles, or certificates. Build a personal website or blog. A simple site with your bio, work samples, and testimonials gives you a polished professional edge, especially if you're in creative or strategic fields. Create visual case studies. Use platforms like Canva, Behance, or even Instagram to break down your work, from design projects and events you've managed to business plans or research outcomes. Add a video introduction. A 1-minute video introducing yourself and your expertise can instantly humanize your brand and leave a lasting impression. Stay active on platforms that matter. Comment on industry news, share lessons learned, and post your insights. Thought leadership builds credibility. Your digital portfolio is more than proof of work. It's a personal brand statement. So start building today, because the future is digital and your brilliance deserves to be seen.
Welcome back. Today's Woman is brought to you by courtesy of Gino. Gino Jollof Mix, Gino Tomato Mix, Gino Onion and Pepper Mix, Gino Truly Cares, and SO Aesthetics. Now it's time for Woman on the Move.
Hi, my name is Salima Mohammed and I'm into handcrafted beaded jewelries such as waist beads, bracelets, and anklets. I started bead making back in 2019 after tertiary as a hobby. And what inspired me was the foreign beaders. I used to admire how they make beautiful waist beads. So I started making beads because I love to create. On a daily basis, I love to create new styles and I love to challenge myself to do best. My biggest challenge working as a female entrepreneur was working with the opposite sex. What surprised me the most as a female entrepreneur was when I started it came to me as a fun. I do it for fun. I love to create for fun. When people show interest in it, I just enjoy that. But it surprised me when people started showing interest and they like to patronize my luxury waist bead, buy it at any price I state. Usually on my tough day, I keep myself motivated by listening to music. Music keeps me in the game. My vision as Red Bead Ghana is to represent Africa nationwide and promote made in Ghana goods. My advice to my fellow women is that they should start somewhere. Once you have an idea, just start, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Don't wait for support or help from anywhere. Just start. Things will make sense.
Welcome back. I hope our Woman on the Move story was inspirational. Like I keep telling you, humble beginnings, small steps. With passion, with dedication, and with patience, the journey you're meant to go, you will arrive at that destination. To you, my dear viewers, I hope it's been an uplifting time with us here on the show. Our today's woman, Dr. Violet Makuku, reminds us that education is not just about what we know. It's about how we grow and who we lift as we go along, and what legacy we leave behind for the next generation. So I challenge you, go out there and mentor someone. Teach with love and be emboldened by the fact that Africa we all dream about is within our grasp. I'd like to thank Gino Tomato Mix, Jollof Mix, Onion and Pepper Mix, and Barbara from SO Aesthetics for making all this happen. And for you at home, thank you for staying with us this last hour. Till next week, remember, you are called, you are capable, you are today's woman.
Today's Woman is brought to you by
Gino Pomo Tomato Mix.